Screw Putin. I stand with Ukraine.
Welcome to Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens game. Game day news, game preview, and the guess the score contest. Come join the chat and let's talk hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. All right, so we got a game tonight. Montreal Canadiens are in Edmonton to take on the Oilers, and this is the pregame show for that. So here I will give you the game preview. I've got some game day news, and we always have the guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer in that game, you will win $10 directly into your bank account. All right, let's see who's here. Daryl Adams, 4-2 Habs Suzuki. He says also, Rick, hope Allen gets back soon with all Habs goalies getting hurt. Not many of them left. Allen should. I know he was skating. I don't know exactly when he'll be back. I know that with Hammond being on the IR, I think that's for minimum of either 10 days, 7 or 10 days. So he's out for a little bit. So yeah, there's no luck this year. That's just what there is. Is Edmondson playing tonight? No, he's not. Julie, 4-3 Habs. Nick Suzuki with the first goal. Harry Rice. my illegitimate son, Harry Rice. It's a joke. Don't nobody take that seriously. 7-2 Canadiens. All right. Anderson with the first goal. All right. So yeah, we got this ad. Please talk to me. Let's go. I've got a little bit of news. I'll get to that in a minute. And I know Edmonton is kind of. I think they're right at the moment. Right now, they're struggling a bit. So, kind of in the same boat that Winnipeg was in. Winnipeg did beat us, but I hope tonight. Just I don't know anymore what I hope tonight. I hope they win always. Every single game that I watch Montreal Canadiens, I want them to win. So that's one thing. But anyways, they're not that far off of their goal to get the number one pick. They're still in that. I think they're right now. They sit in number 2 for that pick. So yeah, I mean this little winning streak hasn't screwed anything up. All right, so nobody's going to talk to me. So yeah. What else is new? Nobody talking to me. Hello. Is this thing working? Hello. All right, I'll get to what I've got for you. Hey, Petty, how's it going? Edmonton, Montreal. Montreal is hot. Not going to lie. You're right. I mean, they are. It's not. I'm going to say this. It's not so much that I think Montreal is hot. I think Montreal is now playing to their ability under their new coach. He's got these guys playing to their ability. And yeah, I mean, Ducharme obviously wasn't getting the best out of this team. Marty St. Louis is getting the best out of them. I think that's the point. When you have the right coach and you've put together a good team, that's the combination you're looking for. When you have, you're still struggling as a team, but you got the right coach, he's going to get the best out of that team. And take a look at a guy like Barry Trotz. I don't know another example that I want to use, but Barry Trotz is a great example of a coach that gets the most out of his players. Marty St. Louis is going to be one of those guys. Hey, Drew, how's it going? Wait a second. Hi, Rick, D, Ryan, and okay. Ryan getting the first goal for Edmonton, 5-3 Edmonton. That's what Drew. That's right. Drew, am I right? You're an Edmonton guy, or you're either Edmonton, Calgary, or Winnipeg. I don't remember which. Petty, John Cooper. Yeah, but John Cooper's got one hell of a goddamn hockey team. So I don't know. So that's why I didn't put him there. But I know Barry Trotz didn't have always the best hockey team. But man, these teams were competitive and got themselves into the playoff mix. And that's why I use Barry Trotz. I think John Cooper's a good coach, but I think that he's got a great team there too. There's a bit of a difference, but I mean, maybe, okay. I'm not going to argue. Although I am arguing, so I don't know why he said I'm not going to argue. All right. So, as we all know, here's what I wrote about Hammond being out. So, the Hamburglar is out with a lower bun injury. It may be a strained pickle. He's been placed on the warmer tray reserve list. Caden Prime Rib has been called up on an emergency basis to possibly make a rare start. See what I did with that? Yeah, so Hammond, Hamburglar's out, and Caden Primo is the backup. So, hey, Andre, how you doing? Habs have officially hired skills coach Adam Nicholas, and not only will he be the skills coach, he will be the director hockey development. And it's funny because it didn't say director of hockey development. They announced it as director hockey development. So, anyways, Adam Nicholas is our new skills coach. This is a good thing. This is something Bergevin should have had in place already. Jake Evans is out. He's out with an upper body injury, which is probably a concussion. They haven't announced it officially. That was the next liner. I haven't seen an official announcement yet, but he's out. Matthew Perreault will be centering third line tonight. I hope it's not a concussion, and I wonder why it is. If it is a concussion, if it turns out that way, why they haven't announced it yet. What is a skills coach? Skills. This guy specializes mostly in footwork, so skating. But I mean, yeah, they teach and perfect the players' individual skills. It's kind of in the name of the coach. What I heard though, this guy is particularly good at the footwork for the skating. So we're going to hopefully see not only a fast hockey team, but they're going to be fast because they know how to skate properly. Next up, Oilers are going with 11 forwards and 7D tonight, and that's from their coach. What's his name? Jay Woodcroft. I like that last name, Woodcroft. It's one of those names I like that. I don't know why. I don't like my last name, and I always envy names that I see that I like, and that's one of them. Left-hand defenseman Oli Uolevi is on waivers. Do you think Montreal maybe reaches out from? Knowing that they're probably trading Sherratt and Petrie. Maybe, I don't know. I just saw it out there, and I thought I'd ask that question. Let me know what you guys think. And last on the game day news thing is this. Cole Caulfield, let me get to it here. He leads all rookies in scoring in the last 10 games. Caulfield, 12 points. Lucas Raymond, 9. Zegras, 9. Lundell, 9. Mercer, 9. Boldy, 9. Tanner Jeannot, 6. Alex Newhook, 5. Rem Pitlick has 5. And Podkolzin has 5 in that time frame of last 10 games and 25 and under for the qualification. But Cole Caulfield, 3 points above the lead in that. Let's see if he can keep that pace up. Like, what's going on? Are the pucks getting heavier or harder? What's up with 2 goals with glove hands being out? First time I ever heard a thing like that. Sean, you got to please translate that for me. I'm not sure what you're asking. Two goals. I don't understand the 2 goals thing. You're talking about Montembeault? I mean, that's what you're saying, Monty had a bad game, I would just chalk it up to that for now. We'll see how he is tonight. Just a few years too late for McCarron's skating training. Yeah, I mean, Bergevin could have maybe had something like that, right? Pitlick is one hell of a pickup, maybe the best waiver wire pickup, at least since Paul Byron, and I think it'll turn out to be a better overall pickup than Byron. I like Pitlick and he's a rookie. He's got only upward to go. I don't know why I used that finger. There was no reason. He's upward mobility. Can Caulfield make up the difference and win the Calder? Honestly, if he keeps up at this pace, I don't think so. But it's possible. I mean, it's in the realm of possibility. I kind of don't think so though, but he'll get in there. I think if he keeps up this pace, he gets into the running. Let's put it that way. And you know what? Considering the start he had, that'd be one hell of a feat. But he has to keep up the pace. He hasn't in the last 2 games, but we'll see how it goes going forward. He's got 27 games to go. At the pace that he's scoring, you're looking at probably 30 more points, maybe 30 plus at that pace if he can keep it up. That would put him right up there anyway. I don't know if he'd make it, but he might. He might, but I really don't think so. Drew, yes, Edmonton. This is an old Oiler jersey when they were in the Alberta Oilers. I don't see your jersey though. The one on the picture. Yes, I wasn't sure, but I thought it was Edmonton, but I wasn't 100% sure. Okay, Sean, 2 goaltenders getting their glove hands hurt that don't have. Oh, um, I didn't hear what was wrong with Hammond, so that's the first time hearing that. If it's the glove hand, I did not hear that. Um, with Monty, it's the wrist. So I mean, it's one of those seasons where they're just snake bit. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. What they are. Eh? Hey Quinn, how's it going, man? All right, 2 minutes. I'm gonna get into that preview that I promised you, and then we'll talk again. I'm excited for the game tonight. Don't know why. I hope it's a good result. Hey BL. Look, I agree with you, right? But I think he has a chance to get in, as you say, as being a finalist. That would be awesome. And then you never know, right? Zegras, is it Lucas Raymond? I mean, they could have a drop off at the end. I mean, we don't know, right? If that happens, he could catch them. Other than that, I don't think so, but I do think he can get into that running. He has a shot to be a finalist. Let's put it that way. But I don't think I'm like he'll be right there. Anyways, he'll be up at the top. He's gonna climb that ladder. Quinn, yep, knock wood. All's well. Habs Guru, 5-3 Oilers, Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Is he playing? I thought he might be injured though. So you might want to go with say Ryan Nugent Hopkins if he's in the game, if not somebody else, because I have a feeling he's injured. We'll find out when I do the lineups. I didn't look at them. At least at the Oilers ones. Andrew, how's it going, Andrew? I didn't see you there. Oh, well, I didn't say hi. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Habs are fun to watch again. Yes, they are. Even if you figure, well, they're going to lose tonight, but you know what? They're going to lose, and it's still going to be fun to watch. And that's all you can ask for, right? They stay in the game. They're close. Um, they just make it exciting. The play is so much better. They're they're just their regular gameplay is more exciting than it was under Ducharme. Even in a bad game, right? It's still more exciting. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be fun to watch either way. They got blown out. I mean, you could say they got blown out by Winnipeg 8-4, and that was a good game to watch. How can the CH turn Daryl Nurse into a turnover machine tonight? Um, the difference I think since the last time that I don't remember when we played, but I think it was before Marty. Marty's got these guys on top of the opponents all the time, right? They're quickly on top of them, pressuring them. This is a difference. That's how you cause turnovers. So they've got to be when Nurse gets the puck, you got to be on top of him, and they've been doing a good job at that, at being first on the puck, that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's what's working. All about pressure. Pressure them. And I mean, look, it's what the other teams were doing in Montreal all season under Ducharme, right? Being on top of them, giving them no room, putting pressure and causing errors and mistakes and turnovers, bad passes. Montreal's turned that around and is doing that now to the other teams. So it's a big difference. And yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, 2 minutes, and I'm gonna just want to finish this, and then I'm gonna do my preview. Do you guys mind? I hope not. So I'm working on a video. Um, Good chance it'll be out tomorrow. 5 best and 5 worst trade deadline deals for Montreal in their history. I know people have these out. I've seen them. I don't have all the same ones. I'll just say that. There's some that I mean it's obvious. But I don't think I have everything the same as everybody. So hopefully you guys will look for it and tune in and watch it. They use Nurse too much time on ice and not enough Bouchard is better now. Well, that's even better, right? If Nurse is out there too much and you're pressuring him all the time, he'll probably turn over the puck. All I know is I don't think Edmonton's playing up to their best right now. They do have McDavid and Draisaitl, and you got to worry about that. But Montreal's playing really good right now. And I think when you're playing good like that, it's something I think St. Louis said he was asked how he prepares for the opponents. And he says he doesn't worry about who they're playing. He prepares the guys kind of in the same way because I think when you're playing really good hockey, it almost doesn't really matter who you're playing against, right? Especially the kind of hockey where you're reading and reacting and you're not working on systems only. That I think that's whatever I was saying. That's what I'm. Yeah, no, that's what they're doing. Anyway, would I trade Petrie for Voracek in Columbus? No, I would trade Petrie for trade draft picks and prospects, not for older players. Besides, I mean, Voracek is old, so why are you trading for old players? They're not going to trade. They might sign as a UFA a player like that's a star, not a Voracek. But you're not trading Petrie because he's 34 and you want to get rid of the contract for another guy who's 34 or whatever his age is. It's I know Voracek. I don't know how old he is, but he's an older player. I don't think so. I hope that Sherratt fake trade to the Leafs turns out to be real. I doubt Sherratt is going to be traded to the Leafs. I doubt it. Listen, I just went over trades, okay? And it was like all the trades since 1980 to find the trade deadline deals. And I found only a few trades with Toronto, but they weren't big trades. They weren't big names, and that's what they do. They might trade with each other, but it's nothing that's going to move the needle really anywhere. So don't expect Sherratt to go to the Leafs. Now, could it happen? I mean, of course, they are allowed to do it, and I'll be shocked if they do. That's all I'm going to say. I'll be very shocked if Sherratt goes to the Leafs. All right, we're going to get to that preview that I promised you guys. All right. I went over that. Okay, so here's the game today. Montreal Canadiens are now 14, 34, and 7 that's 35 points and 8th in the Atlantic. Edmonton Oilers are 30, 21, and 4 for 64 points and 4th in the Pacific. How to watch this game tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start, 4 p.m. Pacific. It is on CBC, City TV, Sportsnet, 360, and TVR Sports. And once again, I forgot it's Saturday. It's probably warm enough for me to get the antenna out and maybe have gotten this game going, but I didn't do that. So I might try to finish a little bit early and set up my TV if I can. So there you go. Streaming ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, Sportsnet Now, TSN Direct, and Sports Surge and NHL 66, which is not on that list. Betting lines, spread, Montreal plus 1.5 gives you minus 110. Edmonton minus 1.5 gives you minus 110. Money line plus 205 for Montreal, minus 250 for Edmonton. Over under is 6.5. If you take either over or under, you get minus 110. Last 10 game record, 6-4-0 for Montreal on a 1-game winning streak. 6-3-1 for Edmonton on an overtime loss. One overtime loss losing streak, however you want to say that. Montreal's actually up against a team where they have a better record in the last 10 games than the other team does. I don't know when the last time we saw that is. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 46.1% for Montreal, 25th, 50% for Edmonton, 15th. Goals per game, 2.36 for Montreal, 31st. It's rising, 3.25 for Edmonton, 9th. Goals against per game, 3.82, 32nd, and 3.18 for Edmonton, 23rd. Power play percentage for Montreal, 12.6%, 31st. Edmonton, 26.3%, 3rd. That's a good power play. PK percentage, 73.5%, 31st for Montreal, 76.3% for Edmonton, 26th. So they're vulnerable on the power when they're on the PK. Head-to-head record this season, 0 for 1 is Montreal's, and 1-0 is Edmonton's record. Shots on goal, remember these are reversed. Shots on goal allowed per game for Montreal, 34.1, for Edmonton, 31.9. Shots on goal for per game, Montreal 29.6, Edmonton 33.3. Face-offs, 48.0%, 23rd for Montreal, 51.9%, which is 7th for Edmonton. Goalies tonight, Montembeault, 5-11-4, 374 goals against, 896 save percentage, 1 shutout. Probably Koskinen for Edmonton, 19-8-3, 305 goals against, 904 save percentage, 1 shutout. Players to watch last 5 games for Montreal, Nick Suzuki, 8 points. Josh Anderson, 5 goals. Suzuki, 5 assists in that time, and Ben Sherrod is a +7. On the other side, Draisaitl, 8 points. Ryan, 4 goals. Draisaitl, 5 assists. And Draisaitl again, a +5. Team leaders in goals, Montreal, Josh Anderson, 15. Draisaitl for Edmonton, 38. Points, Nick Suzuki, 37 for Montreal. Connor McDavid, 79 for Edmonton. Time on ice, 23.25 for Ben Sherratt for Montreal. And Darnell Nurse, 26-15. Wins, goalie, Montembeault, 5. Koskinen, 19. Scoring, Habs scoring. Suzuki, 37 points. Toffoli, 26. Anderson, 24. Lehkonen, 24. Hoffman now in the 20s, 21. And Caulfield in the 20s with 20. So now we're getting there. I think there's another one underneath that or two that have 20. So they're getting there. McDavid, 79 points. Draisaitl, 78. Big leap down. And Nugent Hopkins with 37. Hyman with 36. And Puljujarvi with 28. And I think a few of those guys are injured. Bottom 10. Detroit with, what's the points? I don't know what the points are there. Yeah, okay, 30. Okay, yeah, 54 points. Islanders, 48. Chicago, 48. Buffalo, 44. Ottawa, 43. Devils, 43. Flyers, 42. That Kraken with 39. Montreal with 35. 1 point ahead of Arizona with 34. Current line, we're just going to do the records. The home record for the away record for Montreal is 6-17-6. Home record for Edmonton, 14-11-0. Really, that's the only. The record versus each other the last 3 seasons, 5-5-2 is Montreal's record. 7-4-1 is Edmonton's record. The rest don't need tonight. Habs lines. Suzuki, Caulfield, Anderson. Dauphin, Hoffman, Gallagher. Perreault, Pitlick, Lehkonen. Paling, Armia, Pezzetta. Kulak and Petrie, first pair. Sherratt, Romanov, second pair. Sheneman, Weidman, third pair. Montembeault, in that's Primo backing them up. And Allen, lower body. Dvorak, upper body. Savard, ankle. Drouin, wrist. Edmondson, back. Price, knee. Byron, undisclosed. Hammond, lower body. Evans, upper body. Those are the guys that are out. Islanders, McDavid, Fogle, Hyman. Draisaitl, Kane. Yamamoto, McLeod, Shore, Ryan. Oh, yeah, right. Benson and Malone, they're going with 3 lines and then broken line there. So 11 forwards. Nurse and Bouchard, first pair. Keith and CC, second pair. Lagesson and Broberg, third pair. And I was wrong with the goalie because they got 3 goalies listed there. Niemelainen will be in nets, and Koskinen looks like he's backing him up. And see, Nugent Hopkins is out. Puljujarvi is out. So I had 2 of those right. So there you go. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I can stop boring you with my preview. My preview is over. All right, what we got in time? I'm going to say we're going to go another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have enough time to set up my TV. How's that? Okay, where was I? Would I trade? No. No. Last big trade with Toronto was Russ Courtnall. Yep, I've said it a few times. Renault's taking the under. Yeah, BL, everyone says that, but they traded. I can't remember. I'm going to go with Turtleneck. I can't remember his goddamn name. Plekanec. That wasn't the big trade. Plekanec he was at the end of his career. That's what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily the name that they traded, but come on, if the guy's at the end of his career, it's not a big trade. So no, that doesn't count. Renault says 3-2 Edmonton, maybe in overtime. Harry Rice. He's back. How's it going, Harry? How's it going, my son? With Smith and Montembeault in net, 100% the over would be able to be reached by the end of the first period. Probably. Although, listen, it's not fair on Monty. He had a bad game the last game. He's got a bad wrist. He's in a bad situation where he's not able to really rest it enough. I'm not going to shit on Monty. And Smith is like my age. Well, he's not, but in hockey age, he is. So, Oh, great. Oh, awesome, buddy. I'm glad glad things are going great, son. Who was it that said that? That's funny. Somebody said that. Is Harry Rice your son? Why? I don't know. From the name, not the same name. Although I guess I don't use my last name as much as I should. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like my last name, so I should change it here. Like Dr. Johnny Fever from WKRP, who rest in peace. He just passed away recently. I should change it. Just go with Coke. Yeah, Coach Rick. That's what I'm going to go with. Andrews got 6-4 Montreal. Mr. Anderson with the goal. Renault Oilers should be starting their rookie goalie more often. I haven't never heard of this kid. So, maybe they will be. I do not know. We'll see what he's like. All right. So, what else do I want to add? I wanted to say something in there. It popped out of my head. I don't know why. Give a thumbs up. You're having a good time. I'd appreciate that. Consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell, and it will notify you when there are videos or live streams about to happen. If the Wi-Fi holds up for me, Rick, would I be able to join you during the second intermission? Yes, just remind me just before the intermission. Absolutely, Harry. My son, why wouldn't I let my son come on the internet? Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it'll be a good game to talk about. That'd be nice. I do expect it. I don't expect Montreal to be so up and down as they were before. They have a good game. I expect that they're able to come back with another good game. As we saw, they could actually win back-to-back games. They had a 5-game winning streak. So, I'm hoping they're going to take advantage of this Edmonton team that's struggling a little bit. I'm actually excited if I get a TV going and I'm watching on TV. Would be really cool. I haven't watched it on TV in a while. So that will be cool. But I'm just thinking I won't be able to plug it in anywhere where I could use the headphones. So I won't need the headphones with it. I won't have the sound like I would because that's the only difference. Oh, well. All right, everyone's quiet now. As I'm about to go, where am I? I thought I had loaded something. I didn't load it. Maybe I'll load it for. I think for the hangout, I'm gonna load my last poem video, and not a lot of people saw it, so I'll give you a free viewing. Like it costs you money on YouTube, but I mean a free viewing in that I don't get any ad money for it. But I mean it doesn't matter. I'd like people to see the video, and it's like only 3 minutes long, so I'm gonna load it for the either the well, I think the first intermission, and I'll play it there. If for those who haven't seen it, I spent enough time writing the damn stuff. I want people to see it. I guess that's it. Let's see. What else can I say? What do you think of my hood? I don't know. I feel like wearing a hood. The hood for this. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, because I couldn't. I couldn't explain it. It just. I like it. I might wear it in the hangout too, like this. Plus, I changed a little bit over there. Nobody noticed. All right. I don't know what to talk about. I'm going to take off here so I can put my TV up. And since everybody's really quiet, unless you want to talk, I'll stay for another 5 minutes. But otherwise, I'm going to go and set my TV up. Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing working? Hello, is this thing working? That's such an old comedy bit. I don't know why I even bother to use that. No, I see people don't want to talk to me. Is there something on my face? Is there something wrong? Am I uglier than I used to be? I don't know. Hey, Andrew, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna do that when I figure I'll go when this is done. So another couple of minutes. As long I gotta feed my dog, but I mean that takes a few minutes. Setting the TV up won't take long, but I need like 5 minutes or 10 minutes to do it. That's all. But no worries. But I'll see you at the hangout. I'll go to the hangout. I have a feeling like I know people didn't leave. There's still 24 people, but I don't know. Nobody wants to talk to me. Woe is me. This is a little mini violin that's playing while I'm going, woe is me. Are the third jerseys over this year? I haven't heard anything about. If you're talking about the retro, I've heard nothing about them wearing anything other than the regular jerseys. So I'm gonna have to say like yes because I've heard nothing. Personally, I like those jerseys, and I would like to see them play a game or two in that. They didn't have a great record when they wore them, but I don't think it's the jersey. I mean, that's kind of it's the coach. It was the coach, not the jersey. I think we can all agree it was the coach, mostly. Right? Before I go, can we all agree on that? No, it was the coach, Andrew. The coach. Actually, Harry, I think I heard something about that. There's going to be a different version of the retros next year. So, but really, it was the coach. There was no jinx. They didn't win. I think they won one game in them, but I mean, it was the coach was the problem. Clearly, it was the coach. What happened in the playoffs? Honestly, I don't know, but I'm not going to say that Ducharme was the. I mean, he could the regular season shows at that playoff run could not have been Ducharme. Could not have been. There's no way a guy could coach like that, get them through the playoffs to the finals, and just be total crap in the regular season. It can't be. Probably Shea Weber was the coach. No, Bouchard wasn't the guy to keep. Apparently, there were problems with Bouchard too. You got to look that up. There were some complaints from players. There was problems with the way he treated some players. Bouchard was not going anywhere in this organization. Andrew, I got to agree with you, right? I got to agree with you that playoff run was the vets running the team. Must have been something like that, or just these guys know how to play hockey, and I think they just his system. What or it's Ducharme didn't have a chance to put a system in. They were not playing that system they were playing this season, and that's what happened. And with the vets, knowing how to play properly, that kind of thing, and I think that's what it was. But clearly, the coach was the problem. So when I did that video about him back then, and then I said, well, maybe not. I'm not sure. No, clearly I was right with that video. I was ahead of my time. All right, I'm going to take off now. Since anyway, nobody wants to talk to me, and now I got to go anyway. All right, so here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. So everybody, before we go, I'm back in. What time is it? I'm back in 24 minutes. 24 minutes for the hangout. So hopefully you guys will join us for the hangout, and we'll have some fun with the game. I'll do a little bit of play-by-play commentary. I'll talk to you guys. Second intermission, we're going to bring Harry Rice on, and I'm gonna run one of my videos, my poetry video, in the first intermission. Hopefully you guys will come check that out, and I'll see you then. So thanks for being here. Stay safe till then. Peace out, y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.